Welcome back to Computer Applications. This is Mrs. Hoffman, and today we are on Lesson 8 of Google Documents, and we are going to be learning about list styles and tab setting. Now we're going to begin by talking about list styles, and when you think of list styles, I want you to think of a bulleted list or a numbered or lettered list. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to have us begin by typing. Actually, I have the practice document open, practice with your initials. You can go ahead and open that document up to practice with me if you'd like. And I'm going to just have you list a few of your favorite fruits just to start off with here, and you can hit enter after each one. So I'm just going to do blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and oranges. And let's say I want to make this list into a bulleted list. I can just simply select it, and I can go to Insert, and I'm going to come on down to, actually it's Format, sorry, List Styles, and I can choose, there's three options that are available in Google Documents. Certainly if you exported this document into Word or OpenOffice or something, there may be other options. These are the only options available for Google Documents. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the square, and you can see that it converted my list to a bulleted list. And the same would be true if I were to make this into a different kind of list. I could do I could list it 1, 2, 3, lowercase ABC, lowercase Roman numerals, uppercase letters, and Roman numerals. So if I wanted to do 1, 2, 3, maybe in order or whatever, I could just simply do that. It's really quite simple and straightforward. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is setting tabs. Now I'm just going to hit enter a few times to give myself a clear line to work with. If your ruler is not showing for tab setting, you're going to want to turn that on. So you simply just go to View and click on Show Ruler if your ruler is not showing. Your ruler needs to be present in order to set tabs, and when you think of tab stops, you have to actually obviously use the tab key on your keyboard, and what that does is it jumps your cursor over. Now the default, if I hit tab, if I hit tab, you can see by default that my cursor jumps a half an inch every single time I hit tab. That's the default setting that's stored, and that's also that's just one that's preset. But you can set manual tab stops, and you can also control what kind of tab stop that it is. There are left tab stops, center tab stops, and right tab stops. And basically the left, center, right just refers to how the text reacts at that tab stop. So to begin, I'm just going to come up to my ruler, and let's say I want to set a tab stop, let's say right up here, and so I'm going to click right there, and when I do that, three options come up. I'm going to choose the kind of tab stop that I want. So I'm going to choose Add Left Tab Stop. You'll notice that I get a little sideways triangle. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to click right next to a little past 3.5, and this one I'm going to make it a center tab stop. Notice this is a different symbol, it's a diamond. And then over here I'm going to click, and I'm going to create a right tab stop so we can see the difference. To begin using these tab stops and to see how they actually work, I'm going to go ahead and hit tab. Notice this time it doesn't jump a half an inch, it jumps to my first tab setting that I've set. So the manual tab stops overrule the default ones. So let's say I'm just going to make a quick list of maybe a restaurant and what I maybe like to eat there, and then maybe the cost. I'll go ahead and just type in, and so you'll notice at the center tab stop, the word that I have at that tab stop is centered around where I set that tab stop. I can move these as well if I don't like how they line up when I'm done. The right tab stop, you'll notice, is a leftward pointing triangle there, and so the text lines up at the very right edge of the entry. And the left tab stop over here lines the text up at the left. So when I hit enter and I do it again, I can try. I'll just do Molly's this time, and we'll do. Notice it's centering the words around because it's a center tab stop. My next tab, and I'm hitting tab each time to jump to these new tab stops. You'll notice it starts on the right, and as I type, it's going to move to the left. Okay, so that's tab stops and list styles, and I'll see you next time.